Alexa, turn on home theater statue lights. Alright, YouTubers, so I need to make this video because I still keep getting comments, I swear, every freaking video about where do you get your shelving, how do you dust your statues, this and that. So I'm just gonna make another video answering these freaking questions, plus some. So the question that I get a lot is, where do you get your shelving? So these are garage shelves is what I'm using. My entire collection is nearly garage shelves outside of a few small like glass half detolfs is what I call it. But, those little glass shelves, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them because they're extremely expensive. Like they're way more than, well, technically now that the garage shelves price have raised, still they're more expensive than a garage shelf. They don't hold a lot. But when I first got into collecting, I collected detolfs for the DBZ statues that are from IKEA. They're, the glass shelf that's 72 inches tall, holds 4 1/6 scales inside and one on top. However, we've seen over the years, a lot of those have exploded. They're not super secure and safe, and they're clunky, and I just don't like them. I also got IKEA Bestas, Stuvas, white shelving, big, cumbersome, you can only view the statue from really the front angle. Garage shelving is nice because I can view statues from multiple angles. Like when I look at my mummy statue, if this was a Stuva, I wouldn't see that. It'd be blocked. I also wouldn't see blue because that would be blocked. This is very open, and I like that. In addition, a garage shelving is very versatile, so you can customize it. So you can change the height. You can kind of custom build your own, which I've done twice, and I'll show you. But I like garage shelving due to the fact it was cheaper. You could get 2 of those shelves. When I bought them at the time, they were like $72. Now they're $140 due to inflation, so you could thank Biden for that. But 2 of those, when you look at it, it looks like this at Walmart. This is that exact shelf. It's 48 inches wide, 24 inches depth, and 72 inches tall, but then you cut it in half because it comes with 2 of those, and you can stack them. That's how you can adjust it. Now, there's a few ways to stack it. Sometimes they'll include these little, let me show you real quickly. I don't know what the frick it's called. It's sort of like an extender. This right here, I have black tape over it, but this is holding the 2 garage shelves. It's a very secure metal rod. However, technically, if you just stack 2 exact things perfectly and then do 1 shelf on it, it will hold it. Here I also have some extenders. But, and then you'll notice I have this tape. It's kind of coming off in some areas. I bought more of it. This is black 1-inch painter's tape. Get it from Amazon. Pack of 3 is like $10. So I bought extras because I was out, and I'm going to fix all the little issues. Plus, one of my shelves doesn't even have this. So I put tape to cover the little black holes. Now, there are some shelves out there that don't even have the black holes. I think you can get them at Sam's Club. I'm not a member there. Plus, I do want all my shelves to match. And so I've just stuck with the muscle racks. They're also, very price affordable. Now, I have 2 versions. The 48-inch depth, and then it's like 18 to 20-inch depth. It really varies. And you can see that one right here, the 18-inch deep. Right there, $100, 36 inches wide. So that is the Elita shelf. That one is a 60-inch wide shelf, which Walmart also has. Which is nice because you can fit, 3 big statues and whatnot. However, I do like the 2, just like that, so you can fit like 2. Because if I did a 6 right there, it would only fit like half of him. So this allows like 2 big statues per shelf, or multiple smaller ones, or like 1 bust and 1/3. So I like the 48-inch wide, 24-inch deep, allows, very deep statues, because statues nowadays are a lot bigger than they were back when I had my old Bestas and Detolfs. So you really need to accommodate for them. And I feel like these 24-inch depth ones are really nice. In addition, these hold a lot of weight. They can hold 800 pounds, where Detolfs, I swear, they were advertised at 15 pounds a shelf. And Stuvas, they could hold a lot, but they didn't feel super secure. I didn't feel safe putting some stuff inside. Top shelf, I think you could probably put several 100 pounds without an issue. But more or less, and then this normally comes with, as you see, brown wood. What I do is I bought literally the cheapest black fabric, like curtains, because I liked that texture. And then I literally just taped it on. Like if you look at this underneath, you'll see it's literally just taped. And then I try to hide all the cables for the lighting. I tape the cable, as you just saw, I tape the lighting directly to the wood. I run it literally like up there. You can see it's run through the black tape behind, and then it all connects into an Alexa controlled device. So I was able to turn on all my lights just by telling Alexa to do so. So it makes it convenient so I don't have to press buttons anymore. I just literally talk. And I've created different commands to tell her, what rooms are which, how to turn everything off, and so forth. So it just makes it a little bit easier. So, yeah, it's more or less the shelving. It's a lot more expensive now, which sucks. Luckily, I don't have to buy any more shelves. I'm done. But this is where I go. You literally could just type garage shelves Walmart on Google, and this is the first thing that pops up, is the exact 2 shelves I use. And generally, I have found that Walmart is the cheapest, cheaper than Amazon, Lowe's, Home Depot. I mean, I would definitely, check out Costco and Sam's Club, because they probably have some good options. I've never really looked at their shelving. I started out with this, and so I've stuck with it, because I do like my shelves to more or less be the same. And like I said, I have made sort of like custom shelf. This one right here is not a shelf you can technically buy. What this is I had extra 24-inch wide bars, because they come with a lot, and so I had extras, and I more or less combined them all with one of these, and then I was able to fit a Maja case top wood. Like this originally goes to a Maja case, and it literally fit perfectly here. So I was able to create more or less just a half of this. This is 48 inches wide. That's only 24. So it's literally just a half version of that. So it fit really good right here, where it just goes right to the door. And then same thing for the Bruce Lee. So I have 2 of these. Everything else is either 48 inch wide, 24 inch deep, or this, the 36 inch wide, 18 inches deep. Although there is one I kind of have that's that's like 20 inches deep. So I do have that one in some locations. But more or less, that is the garage shelves, the shelving unit I use. If you want that glass shelf right there, it's called a Curio, and it's like $150. Although I could only sell them for $5 local, literally. But just go to Amazon and type glass Curio 36 inches tall, and you'll find it. It's also on eBay, but I don't really recommend it. I mean, it works good for that situation, though. For her, it's like a display case for Annabelle. Yeah, and then this fabric I literally just get from Amazon. Just type black curtains and get the cheapest one, the texture you like. Then people always ask, what about dusting? How do you dust this man cave? Now, I'm literally about to dust, and so that's one reason I'm making this video. This is what I use. It's an X Power. Has 2 modes. It plugs in. Decently long cable, but I am, going to use a 50-foot long extension cable. And I use this. I usually use the first setting that's not too powerful. And I also do have, like a standard duster that I'll use for, things like his bays that, in soft areas. But there's a lot of intricate parts that I could not use a duster on. Or, like a little thing. I couldn't use it on him. Only his head I could. Definitely couldn't use it on, like, these guys. So you need an air duster. And this one works pretty good. Now, there is, like, cheapo ones that, like, Queen Studios included with their Buster Infinity, this thing, which is okay to get a few things off, but as you can see, it's extremely weak. So that makes it very easy for me to dust the entire man cave in a matter of probably 2 to 3 hours, considering I have over 250 statues. So yeah, I use this, and then things you just got to watch out for, because it is quite powerful. One, it's going to destroy the hair on any bust. So I don't even use that on Elita. I dust Elita by hand with a little brush. This right here. Queen Studios included this. It's like a makeup brush, really, but I just dust her with this because I don't want to mess up her hair, because it took me forever to get it to look good. But busts like Arnold T1000, their hair doesn't get messed up. That's lots of product. So, but yeah, you just simply, remove the layer of dust. You don't want a massive dust blow, because it can ruin the, overall thing, the statues. So you do want to dust at least, depends how dusty your house is, but I'm trying to do it every probably 4 to 6 months right now, honestly. Just because I installed Remy Halo. It's in here. It's in my thing. It's something I paid like $2,000 or something for. I don't know the exact price, but it's supposed to help, eliminate dust in your house. And so I have that. In addition, I got a bazillion of these everywhere in every room. Got one behind the couch, one over there. There's 3 in this room. So I do have air purifiers, which I get at Costco when it's on sale. That's where I just get it. So if you're asking where you get your air purifiers, at Costco. The Remy Halo, you got to get your house air ducts cleaned every, now and then. I've had it cleaned a few times here in this home. And the last time they did it, which was, I think, 6 months ago, I had them install that Remy Halo to help eliminate dust. Also helps kill germs and whatnot. Uses like a blue light filter. So I had them install that. So it's directly in my furnace area. So that is, more or less what I do. But when you are dusting with that bad boy, it is quite powerful. You do have to be very careful because there are intricate parts on these statues that can easily fly off and be damaged. I have damaged a few statues while dusting. My old Iron Man half scale by Sideshow, I was dusting it and one weak magnet piece literally fell into the ground and broke. Also, my Goro statue, his original top arm fell off. I actually bumped into it is the reason that broke. But I bumped into it because I wasn't careful. And so I had to buy a new arm. So fortunately, I was able to buy an arm because it annoyed the crap out of me that I broke that. But there are, very delicate parts that you got to be careful with. And you don't want to dust too close as well because you actually can chip the paint off. I remember my PCS Scorpion MK9 statue, I started to dust it and a little bit of the paint started to come off. I was like, holy crap. I mean, that's clearly PCS using very cheap paint. It should not do that. Unless it's stupid powerful. But in general, you want to hold this, I would say 6 to 8 inches away and take off any, super delicate parts, anything that's a weak magnet, just remove them. There are parts in some of my statues where I will remove something before I dust it, just because I know it's delicate, it'll fall off and so forth. So you got to do that. You got to take lots of precautions while you're dusting to ensure you don't damage something, because you're trying to, preserve these things, not damage them. Like when I dust, Pennywise, I hold that balloon when I dust it. because it's too annoying to remove. So I hold it because otherwise it'll go like this. So yeah, that's more or less the dusting. If your house is super dusty, I would say dust at least once a month. If you see visible dust and it's like, yeah, that's too much, definitely dust. Like, I don't see a lot of visible dust in my cave. If I'm honest, I don't see a lot. I can see a little bit on the TV, but my actual statues, I don't see any really. If you look at a certain angles, yes, but I still know I need to dust, so I'm going to dust today. Last thing people always ask, where do you freaking work? What's your job? Now, I don't recommend my field right now because it's become extremely difficult due to the economy, the recession, tons of layoffs. As you know, I was laid off from my job. My job right now honestly sucks. So I don't recommend my field. I may even be looking into a career change because it's so bad right now. But in general, I'm in tech sales. But if you've seen the news, you'll see that tech sales has had hundreds of and thousands of layoffs. Companies, like Amazon and Twitter laying off 80% of their staff and, stuff like that. But in general, selling software, it's been extremely difficult because companies aren't spending money right now. Due to the economy, they're really holding back on budget. So trying to sell software to a company, it's very difficult right now. So yeah, I don't recommend my field. I would recommend something else that's more recession proof if you want to be able to make good money, So yeah. But in general, tech sales. But like I said, don't recommend it. There's better alternative options out there that are more recession proof, because mine was hit probably the hardest due to the recession, which I think is only going to get worse in the next year. And that's why I'm looking at a potential career change. Anyways, folks, that is some of the questions. I can't think of anything else, but no, I'm not rich. I'm just irresponsible. Extremely irresponsible. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're looking to buy statues, your links below. Have a great day.